Hey gang, T here. I just had some things I wanted to let you know. One is something I'm very excited about. I am working on getting together kind of a conference summit thing online for women. Now that doesn't mean men can't watch it. I would encourage them to, because then they can encourage their ladies maybe in a different way than what they would think, or it might help them on how we think. No, it's going to be really great. A lot of topics. I'm going to have a lot of guests come on and interview them that maybe specialize in certain things. And I really want to use it to empower women to be their best self. I am a little old fashioned in where I do feel like we do serve a certain purpose, and I think it's different than maybe what men's purpose is. But that does not mean I feel like we should cower in the corner like and be submissive. I don't think we should be that way at all. I think we need to be empowered and powerful and do what we do and do well and influence people in their lives and in our own lives. And so I really want to do this for women. And again, men, you're welcome to watch. The other thing I wanted to share was something I've learned this week. I have been really struggling with my mental health lately. And I also have been stretching my boundaries a lot. In this time where I've had more time on my hands than I'm definitely used to, I've tried to use it in a positive way the best I can. Once I found out I had more of a creative side than I thought, I'm kind of adapting that to my face and my hair, and we'll see how that goes. Another thing I've learned is more internal. I was really struggling there for a while, and I know a lot of you will see pictures of me looking really quite healthy and quite good, and in a lot of ways that's partially true, but a lot of it is also the hair and the makeup that I've learned to do and putting my best foot forward to kind of hopefully be an example that even having certain disabilities, whatever disability you have, whatever illness you have, that you can still plow through and you just do what you can. And that's what I want to leave with you. All you can do is what you can do. It's all anyone can ask for. I found myself like, this is a really busy week with my son's birthday and Halloween and different appointments I have about an hour and a half away, and it's a crazy hectic week. In that, I have learned I need to pace myself, and a lot of what's going on this week is for my son. So I pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed, and I find that there's times where I've hit I can't do it. And I had to kind of take a step back and listen to what my body is telling me. This attitude is everything. Now, I know there's a billion ways, way better than mine, that there are to kind of talk about, having a good attitude, staying positive. My theory is a little different than a lot out there. It's kind of a combination, actually, more, I think, of a lot out there. I believe that thinking positive is important, and looking at the good side of things is important, and seeing kind of the silver lining in the clouds. Very important. However, I have learned that if it is so exaggerated that your heart of hearts is going, it doesn't feel true, then it doesn't do you any good. Like if you're saying, man, I feel fantastic, as you're laying in bed throwing up and can't even get yourself up. Do you really you feel wonderful? When your body doesn't believe it, it just doesn't do the same effect. And how can it believe that it feels really good at that time? But what you can do is, instead of focusing on how bad you feel, because we all get in that train of, oh my gosh, I ache, I hurt, I had such a bad day, oh, I'm so depressed, I miss my ex, lost my job. It is so easy to get wrapped up in those feelings. Now, those are very real feelings, and I'm not saying ignore them. Feel them, let them through, that's fine. Then let them go. Don't hang on to them. Then I want you to fill yourself as much as possible with positive things. I want you to list the positive things about yourself. I want you to write positive things about your day, things that you're grateful for. You know, write them down, think about them, say them out loud. I don't care what you do, but I have learned that the more we focus on what is good in our life, and I don't care if your life is so bad, I've been here, that your life is so bad where what you think of is, my eyes can see, sun came up today, you know, someone smiled at me walking the sidewalk, you know, my son did a really good job on his spelling bee or his spelling test, you know, whatever it is, think of the good things and you focus on that and try to just drop what's not okay. Look for the positive. There's always something to be positive about. I know you've seen tutorials of people who are in wheelchairs and, you know, return veterans that have prosthetics for different appendages. Like, it's real. And they're inspirational stories because they are fighters, and every one of them, you will notice, had a good, healthy, positive attitude. It's great to have a fighting soul. I have it. I've got that fight in me. Most of the time. I lost it there for a little bit, but it's slowly coming back. But I've got this little fight in me, and that's okay. Use it for good. Because I feel like sometimes people have this fight, and then it's like, I gotta fight, and it's gotta be hard, and fighting does not have to be necessarily hard. Think of the positive. Think of the end goal. Think of what it is you're fighting for. And instead of focusing on the hard fight that you're fighting, focus on that end goal. Focus on what it is you're looking for. I have learned that yoga, meditation is extremely helpful for me. Maybe not be helpful for everyone. I don't know why it wouldn't be helpful for anyone. Maybe yoga, depending on your physical health. But even just the mental part of it, I totally believe it's been a huge part of my recovery. Because I get into these circles of, oh my gosh, like, what's taking so long? I just want this to be over with. I want to be able to go back to work. I want to be able to go back to having a normal life. I want to be able to do this. Why isn't this happening any faster when I'm working so dang hard? Why don't I have more likes? Why don't I have more people subscribing to me? I feel like I have a powerful message that I just want to help others who are going through maybe some similar things. Why aren't people sharing it? So I can get really down on myself. But I do get feedback, and those few people that I'm reaching, I'm not only reaching, but I'm touching. So that's what I try to focus on. I'm focusing on you right now. I am focusing on the fact that I am hoping what I say is going to spur something inside you to maybe do something a little bit different in your mind. Think a little bit differently. It has really changed a lot of things for me, and I'm still working on it. I am not perfect at it, let me tell you, but I am catching myself. And said, today I went downstairs and I'm doing a therapy called EMDR right now. I do it twice a week, and it's pretty intense, and it really digs to the deep core stuff that caused my post-traumatic stress syndrome. We're digging in and we're grabbing those and we're trying to work through them and get them out. So it's kind of intense. I don't feel so good today. I felt worse yesterday. But, today I woke up and my first reaction was, I do not want to get out of bed. So, did I decide my positive thinking was, okay, I'm just going to jump out of bed and I'm going to work out and it's going to be fine? No. My body was like, I am not getting out of bed. So what did I do? I had a decision to make. What I decided was, okay, that's where you're at right now. So I put on my headphones and I put on a meditation visual guided visualization audio, and I listened to that. If I didn't feel like getting out of bed, I could at least fill myself with some positive reinforcement to carry on and get me through the day and hopefully help me want to get out of bed eventually. She said, how are you doing? And my initial, what I wanted to say was, I wanted to say, I feel like crap. I'm trying to keep this G-rated because I want all ages to be able to listen to me. It almost came out, but I was able to stop it. And I stopped it and I said, I really wish I felt better, but I'm doing better than I thought I was going to be. Now, was that full of roses and sunshine and I feel really great, Mom, thanks? No, that wasn't true. That wasn't even close to true. Am I asking you to lie to yourself? Find a way to spin it more positive but still true. One of my biggest pet peeves is fake people, so I'm not going to tell you to be fake and pretend that everything is fine when it's not. But I am going to tell you to change how you think about it. Think about your life. Think about what's going good in your life. Think about the good things in your life and the things you like about yourself instead of what you don't like. And you will feel better and lighter because there is no amount of self-shame you can do to yourself that's going to make you change into a better person. No matter how many times you tell yourself, oh my gosh, you are so ugly, you really need a makeover. Or, oh my goodness, you are so fat, you will not be happy and you will not be attractive until you lose 20 pounds. I am the worst mom ever because I didn't do a homemade cake. I had it bought from the store. There's just we do it all day, this self-shaming, and I personally believe we do it. I do anyway. It's almost like a subconscious way of trying to motivate you to do better. Shaming yourself and judging yourself is not the way to do it. Long term, it does not work. Does not work. Promise. I have lived a whole life of shaming myself and being shamed by the people around me that I wasn't good enough. It did not help me. It did not help me at all. Since my breakdown, I've always kind of been careful what I watch, what I listen to. Make sure it's not something that's going to drag me down, right? I'm not going to watch Supernatural because that's not something that's going to inspire me, even though I love that show. More importantly, what I should be doing is to make a conscious decision to watch and listen and read positive things. Things that will help my state of mind. Not just, it's not going to hurt it, that it's going to feed it. Because what you feed is what will grow, right? And I'm not a gardener. I am not a green thumb. So I feel almost bad using this analogy because I kill every plant I touch, I swear. But it's like a seed growing, The more you water it, the more you tend to it, it's going to grow and produce and be wonderful. So if you have a lot of the negativity you notice, or maybe someone has told you that you're kind of negative or kind of cranky all the time, then it's time to fill yourself up with things, with happy, positive, thought-changing things, whether it be what you listen to or read or whatever it is. Fill, saturate with the good stuff, and it'll naturally just change everything. It'll change everything. It will chase away the negative, because if you fill yourself with all that positive, that negativity cannot exist in the same place. So it's going to vamoose, because you're making a conscious effort to keep the positive there. So the negativity will go. And then you will feel better mentally, emotionally, physically. I cannot tell you right now that I physically feel very good today. I can tell you I feel way better than yesterday. And emotionally, I'm doing pretty good. It's just yesterday, it was a really tough therapy session, so I was pretty spent. But it's a journey. I am not perfect at any of these things. I'm still learning. I'm still trying to perfect these myself. But I wanted to make sure I pass them along to you, because I feel connected to you. There may not be a lot of you. I hope with all my heart that soon there are a lot of you, because I want to touch people. I want to encourage people. And I don't want to encourage you as, I am not a professor of anything. I'm not a specialist of anything except for a cardiac nurse, which doesn't help anyone in this situation. I'm just me. I am learning as I go, and I am researching as I go. And if I can help with all of my research and all of what I'm learning, if I can help other people tune into that, so maybe they don't have to do as much research as I've done, or make as many mistakes as I have, or waited too long, or didn't quite do the right things. I am here wanting to advocate for you. I want to spark something in you. I think everybody should have a therapist. I really do. I think everyone should have a counselor, because there's just something about it that just changes the way you think and see the world objectively. You take a step back and you can objectively see things, and they can kind of guide you. So I don't think you need to have a mental problem to go see a counselor. You don't always have to go because something's broken. Maybe you go to make sure and prevent that it doesn't get that way. One more thing. When you start taking rid of the negative mental chatter, what's happened for me, I used to be a very intuitive person, very intuitive, and for so long I've had so much negativity in my mind. My intuition was gone, like gone. I didn't trust myself, and I made terrible decisions, and I couldn't think straight. Now that I'm kind of clearing some things out, thinking more positively, is growing again. And I'm loving it, because I don't feel lost in every decision I'm trying to make anymore. Now I feel almost guided. The sky is the limit. And I really believe it starts in our heart and our head. And we need to start getting them, A, to agree, and B, to be in a happier place. So we can be in a happier place. We can make better decisions. And if I could say anything to kind of wrap it up, I think that's it. So I'm going to leave it at that. Have a great day. Have a great week. Share, subscribe, comment if you have any questions. If you have any suggestions on subjects for my women's conference, or maybe specialists to get on, this is the time now to tell me, because I'm going to start getting things rolling here pretty quick. So if you have anything, message me. I'm here for you. Yes, I'm on my own path. Yes, I am on my own journey. My journey is different than your journey, but I think we can share and learn from each other different journeys, but I think the same lesson can help us in different ways. So, all right. This is the last time, I swear. Goodbye. Have a great week. I hope you feel safe enough to share my stuff because it truly comes from my heart and I really want to reach as many people as possible. Okay? Thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for your comments. We'll talk to you later. Bye.